you getting on with the projects from your autumn themed inspirations club? I did promise you a little bit extra inspiration. So this one is actually from the Make and Do archive. We did this a few years ago as a workshop, and I think we even did a limited edition kit. I'm going to show you, it's great for Halloween, how to make these really simple little fabric pumpkins. So start with a rectangular fabric. As a general rule of thumb, you want the long edge to be twice the length of the short edge. So mine is 6 inches by 12 inches. Obviously you can make them in whatever size you want. So fold it in half so that the right sides of the fabric are together, and you're just going to sew along this edge. So you could do this on a sewing machine. I'm going to use back stitch. It doesn't even need to be that neat. Just, this is a really, really quick sewing project. So, okay, we'll put that to one side just to make it a bit quicker, because you don't really want to sit there and watch me sew the whole thing. I've already sewn this one together. Then you are going to need another piece of thread. You might want to double up your thread for this bit. So you are going to get a knot in the end. So a running stitch all the way around, just on one end. Again, it doesn't need to be neat. We're going to use this to gather up the fabric. So let's do this really, really quickly. Obviously you could do these in felt as well. It would be lovely to make a little tower of them. Like all sorts of different autumnal fabrics. Nearly there. Oh, I've gone all the way around and back again. Right, so pull it tight if you can. If it won't, you can always put a couple of extra stitches in. Just gather up that end and tie off your thread. Okay, then turn it so the fabric's in the right way and it's like a little bag. What you're going to do next, we've got some choice stuffing here. You could use fabric scraps, you could use bits from an old cushion. Just going to stuff that in there. You want it to be quite firm. See, I'm adding quite a lot of choice stuffing to mine. And then, when you think it's full enough, grab your needle and thread again. Do exactly the same thing on the top that you did on the bottom. So you're just going to sew all the way round. You see, I'm doing a really, really messy, really big running stitch just to get this done. And then we will get onto the bit that actually makes it look like a pumpkin. Someone driving up outside. I don't know if you can hear the music. It gets quite noisy here sometimes. Nearly there. Okay, and gather. See, I'm just pulling that thread to gather it in. I'm going to put a couple of extra stitches in, just to make sure that it stays sewn up, and then tie off my thread like I did on the other end. Okay, it doesn't really look like a pumpkin at the moment. It looks a bit like a ball. And that is where the magic starts. So you get yourself a long bit of thread. And then I've doubled mine up, just making sure they weren't coming in. Double up my threads. Hi Denise, are you going to make some pumpkins? These are great for Halloween, so if you've got some fabric scraps, it's so much fun. Right, so we've got the knot in the end of the thread. I'm pushing my needle, don't stab yourself, all the way through. And then I'm going to pull it back round to the bottom. I like to divide mine into 6 and then pull it, and it's starting to look like a pumpkin. Oh, I might not have made my thread long enough. So you're going to keep going with that until you've got all 6 sections like this one. And then all that's left to do is to put the little knobble on top. Obviously, that's the technical term for it. So grab my needle from there. And then for this, I've just kind of got 2 pieces of felt, and it's almost like drawing around my thumb to get the right shape for those. Pumpkins aren't perfect, so don't worry too much. And then I'm just gonna